The place just needs cleaning up. So before we get into the making of the bogies on the tracks, let's get this place cleaned up. Poof! The cleanup has occurred and there's been some slight shuffling around of the materials. I need a selfie stick for this, but as I told you, the surprise came when Peterson's Machine and Design donated a Sears 109 lathe to the project, which makes making those guys a lot more accurate than I did when I was filing it. So I've got a minor restoration going on here. I've got the lead screw that's just rusted, and I've got other parts that seem stuck, but they're not. It's got a little bolt here on a wing nut, which allows this to slide back and forth. So fortunately that wasn't rusted into place. This just has a look to it, but the chuck isn't rusted in place. The bearings are in good shape. It's got a little bit of wobble to it, but all that is it just needs to have, on this part with the gear, it just needs a little bit of the slack pulled out of it, and it won't have that wobble in it. And this one, it has a nut back here in the back, and it's free, and you can see a little bit of rust starting in here. So wherever this machine was, it really wasn't used and abused, but it's in really fantastic good shape, except for one little tiny part. This gear right here, that's what turns the lead screw, is missing. So I've had that problem, and right here you'll see that one of the teeth is broke off. That will be a potential problem. So running the gears with this large gear right here would be a bad thing, because it could hang up and cause more teeth to break. You don't want that. But all in all, as you can see, the gears need a little bit of loosening up, freeing up, cleaning up. Nothing like a good dinosaur grease effect on that to take care of that problem. Just clean, put them together, and it'll work beautifully. Okay, I've got my version of the Cheek Poker 3000 right here, and it's kind of super important to remember it doesn't just poke your cheeks, it'll poke your eyes too. So you need safety glasses. Respect your machines, because they sure aren't going to respect you. So let's get started, huh? Haha, fooled you. Made you think that the restoration was just going to be with a die grinder. Not hardly. What we got is the real reason the restoration needed to be done all the way was because this stuff, all of these things, was painted in a 1949 flavor paint, which means, you got it, Lead City. So instead of shooting that up in the air with a die grinder, I took and just cleaned the rust off of the bed. This is tape right now, right here. And I cleaned this off with the die grinder, and then wherever the connections were between this and other pieces, like this and this and that and the other, and got it so that it's all where it needs to be. The only thing is when I did this, I used lacquer thinner. So when I did that, this guy right here that needed to be oiled, because if you don't, it will rust like crazy. Step 1, paint the dot.